Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my monthly celebration video for July. This is a collaboration that I do with Nicole, and her YouTube name is Coley Bing here on YouTube. And so let's get started. So July for us is kind of a birthday month. It is my birthday month and also my oldest son's birthday month. And so I decided to scrapbook something that's kind of birthday related. This is actually my other son and his birthday is August, but I don't have any pictures printed of both my oldest son and my birthdays from years past, and so I decided to just scrapbook this one. These are pictures that I took of, I did a little birthday photo shoot with him, and so these are the pictures from that. I have one 5x7, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 4x6 photos from that shoot. So these are the pictures that I'm going to scrapbook. And the reason why I wanted to scrapbook that was because I actually wanted to use these papers from Echo Park. This one is Little Man by Lori Whitlock, and I just thought it was so cute. All the boyish themes with the dinosaurs and the banner. So I thought I'd use that one. So I have 3. Do I have 3? No, I think I have 4 papers from this line. So I have this one with all the stripes and then the grid background. And then I have this one with all the words and then the subtle stars in the back. And I have this one with the blocks of letters and then green grid line, and then this plaid paper with this really cute kind of map paper. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I also pulled out this Jelly Bean letter. It's not chipboard, it's Beanboard Alphas, and I've used this before, but I like the blues on there. It matched with the blue on my son's shirt, so I'm going to pull that out. Now in the picture, I made a little banner that went right here. If you see it in the wagon, there is a banner that has some doilies, and so I thought of incorporating that same doily in my picture. And this one is from, in my layout, and this one's from Doodlebug. I also wanted to do some kind of a banner because this is a birthday, so I have this twine from American Crafts. I also have some die cuts from We Are Memory Keepers. That's a birthday theme, and so I thought I'd use that one. And then I am going to pull out some of these brads because it's been a while since I've used brads, so I'm going to challenge myself to use brads. And then my background will be these 2 yellow papers that I found coordinated well with some of the yellows in the pattern paper. So that is my plan for this page. As always, make sure that you follow Nicole, and I'm going to have a link to her page on the description below, and then you could go on my blog for the to see what the sketch looked like for this month. So let's get on it. Alright guys, so I am just showing you all the things that I am using here, and I've kind of pre-designed this page already. And I'm sorry that the video is showing just kind of the little snippet of it and not the whole page, but I will address that in a little bit. So now I'm adhering all of the pattern papers onto the cardstock. I decided to cut that um, striped design, diagonal striped design pattern paper into 4 strips. So I was able to get 3-inch width of pieces for that, and then I'm going to put that on the top and the bottom of my yellow cardstock, and then of course leaving maybe a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch around the edges so you can see a little bit of the yellow there. And I'm also going to add this strip that I'd cut out from the stripes paper, and then I decided to round one of the corners of that, and I'm going to do the same thing with the pattern paper that I'm going to use on the other side. So my initial thought for this was that I was going to make banners, but because the pattern papers were there was just a lot of designs on the paper, and then of course I'm using this strip that already had banners, I just thought that there was just too much going on already as it is, so I decided to kind of change my design plans for this. And then I had
trimmed a 1/4 inch strip from the green striped paper, and then I'm going to add that to kind of cover up the seams of the strips of paper. So I'm just working on the right side for now, and then I'm going to do the left side pretty much identical to what I've done here. I'm going to trim off the edges, and then I was able to add 3 vertical photos on that side. Rounded the corners on the others, and then my right side is pretty much good to go. So now I'm going to address the left side, and I'm going to do the same thing. My 3-inch width block is going to go on the bottom and also on the top. And this is what I like to do when I only have one piece of paper and yet I am trying to extend it to a double page layout. And then I want to make sure that I match the stripes or the green stripe paper with the one on the right. So I have to make sure that I adhere that first, making sure that that is aligned with the one that's already stuck on the right side. Because I know that one of my photos is a 5x7, and so it's going to cover that up, and so I want to make sure that the stripe was on there first before I adhere the bigger photo. I'm also tucking in a doily because that's one of the elements that I wanted to incorporate for this page. This is a skinnier strip of paper that I'm adhering to the left side, and I'm treating it the same thing that I did with the paper that had banners, and that is to round the top corners. So as you can see, my doily is over or hanging off of the edge, and I'm going to trim that off after I have attached all of the items that I want to for this particular page. Before I adhere that 5x7 photo, I have to adhere the green stripe paper, the 1/4 inch one that I had cut for this, and want to make sure that that's all aligned as well. Trimming off the excess, and then going to adhere that 5x7 photo. So as you can see, that page is already coming to shape, and it has a lot of designs already because of the paper that I'm using. So I'm going to make sure that I balance that out with just a little bit more design. Now the stripe paper had the words, it says "you're one of a kind," and I just thought that I would use that as a title. I'm adhering some doilies on 2 other places in my layout to complete the visual triangle, and then I'm going to use these die cuts from We Are Memory Keepers and make my own embellishments with it. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that. This frame is a part of the die cut, and then I'm going to fill in that empty spot in the middle, or the put it on the a brown cardstock, or a craft cardstock I should say, and then put all of the little die cuts in there. And I'm using a glue pen to make it easy for me to stuck in those little embellishments. Then I'm deciding to adhere the hat with just regular adhesive, but the number 2, I'm going to pop that up with some foam adhesive. And then that's my little embellishment with some die cuts and a cardstock. And then I'm going to work on some more handmade embellishments, and this time I'm going to use those balloon die cuts, the same from the same pack, the We Are Memory Keepers one. And I'm just tying a twine on the bottom of it so that it will look like the balloons are floating. I have to make sure that I tie one of the ends on the back of it so that it doesn't move. And then I'm going to wrap it around the bottom of that balloon die cut and then tie it just once, and then I'm going to cut off just a little bit longer of a tail to make it look like it's a real balloon. Doing the same thing with this one, and then there are my embellishments. And I'm going to overlap it so one will be adhered with just the regular adhesive while the other one will be with foam. Oh, I guess I'm doing both of them with foam. I forgot already. So that's that. And then for the tail, I have to make sure that they're tied together. And so I'm going to grab some of that twine again and then just tie a bow connecting those two together. And I believe I'm going to add a little bit of a glue dot um, on the back of that bow so that it will stay in place. And then I wanted to, because I have dressed up all of I dressed up the two doilies, I decided that I needed to dress up the third one, which is on the top left side of the page. And I found this die cut with 3 sets or 3 different balloons. And so I'm going to adhere that with some foam adhesive just on the top corner there. Okay, and then I'm going to handwrite the journaling, but it's going to be after I do finish the process video, so you're not going to see me do that, but I do have a picture at the end of this so you can see what the journaling would look like. And then remember I said that I wanted to use these brads. Well, I didn't do the initial idea that I have, which is to use it with banners. So instead, I added them just like as dots of design onto my page. So I'm going to use a few of them here on the top kind of center page or center area of my right page, and then I'm also going to do it on the left side on the bottom strip part of the title. So that's part of it, and then I'm going to add a few more over on this part of the strip with the arrow. And I'm trying to choose kind of a pattern, and some that have glitters and glittered paper, glittered brad, and then some that have pinks and yellows on there, kind of pulling out some colors from the items that I already have on the page. And I just use a piece of foam that is actually a packaging from a brad pack that I used so that I can poke my paper and not damage the rest of my table. So I decided, because at first I was just going to do the same number that I did with the top right page, but then it just didn't seem like it was finished. So I added a few more just so it'll go all the way through at the end of that arrow. And that completes my page. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below, and make sure that you check out Nicole's video as well. And the link is going to be in the description below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.